Dear fuck nigga, still can't believe I used to fuck with you. Poppin' playing B's cause I ain't playing to be stuck with you. Damn, I see you still kick it with them op bitches.
I'm like, okay, y'all take the fun out of it. Like
everything.
We know we ain't no Puerto Ricans. We know we ain't Puerto Ricans.
We're not what's it called? Texture. Whatever. When they be trying to do this.
We talking about that TikTok sound or that clip from T.S. Madison when she's like, I'm for them Puerto Rican in this hair. Puerto Rican.
I felt like a Spanish, like a Puerto Rican in this hair. I felt Puerto Rican. Y'all know I loves me some Puerto Rican. I felt Puerto Rican in this. Rican. Woo.
Selena wasn't a Puerto Rican. She was a Mexican. Oh. But I don't know. How are you doing today? We ain't did a check-in in a minute.
We haven't.
You good? Are you doing okay? How do you feel? How do you feel?
I'm doing good. I'm making it. Things could be better, but I'm here.
Yeah, true. I agree. Life ain't horrible, but it could definitely improve. You know.
Yeah. How about you? Like,
I'm good. You know, I'm actually like, even though like people irk my nerves on a daily basis, I feel like I'm constantly like complaining or constantly like trying to fix something or whatever. Like overall, I'm still good. You know, I'm blessed to have a roof over my head, food in the fridge. You know, I even got a little boo. So you know, I'm
just a little
great,
boo.
A little boo. You know, we're not official yet, so yeah, a little boo. You're not big boo yet. But yeah, everything for the most part is good. And then, you know, we got our little day trip this weekend.
Yeah,
so excited about that. Shout out to Shay. Happy birthday. By the time it comes out, it'll be like pretty much your birthday. Yeah. So happy birthday to you.
Let me tell you how the devil tried to mess up our plans. Because last night the girl who's supposed to do my hair, she's very pregnant, and I know she's pregnant.
I ain't even get my hair done. Y'all gonna get what y'all get. I'm just gonna be there. It ain't my birthday.
Yeah, I just didn't want to go with the afro because I ain't want to have to be bothered with like if I don't twist it back up or something that night. So yeah, but she texted me last night after I already bought the hair and everything and said that she was going to the hospital and like she's probably about to have her baby, so she wasn't gonna be able to do my hair on Friday. And I know it's inconsiderate, but for me to be like, God damn it!
No, I feel you on that.
I was so like,
did she have her baby?
I think so. I haven't talked back to her.
What you gonna do about your hair?
I found somebody else to do it. Can't keep me down. Try come against.
What are you getting?
It's just like a half up, half down, like a little quick weave.
Oh, okay, you gonna be cute. All right.
And then I went to the beauty supply store. I got me some little like bamboo earrings.
I need to get some.
Like some, little stuff. Girl, we can go to Beauty and Beyond with it here because they have some cute stuff.
Look, I'm like, look, y'all. The whole 90s freak nigga, y'all gonna get what I give you, okay? You just gonna get what I pull up out this bag.
It's gonna be on the budget.
Look, I'm be cute now. I'ma always be cute.
Anyway, cause that's fine.
I'ma always be cute, but as far as like, don't expect to see me. I am not gonna have no spray paint outfit and no super long nails that say my name. And
I did find a spray paint Aaliyah shirt at Walmart for $8.
Okay,
so
I also haven't been looking. But I feel like my outfit's gonna be cool. I'm gonna wear. I have these like oversized green jeans that I'm gonna wear, and then I have like this cropped brown shirt that has like Los Angeles bedazzled and letters on it. Yeah. And then I was gonna wear these little New Balances. And yeah, we were going and I was gonna throw on my jewelry. And I was gonna do a nice little face, do a nice little black lip liner with a gloss. I might even add a little mole because that's what they did back then.
Oh yeah.
And I'm gonna call it a day. I mean, I wear long nails naturally, so it is. I might pop these off and put on some colorful ones, but other than that, like I'm going to celebrate my friend. That's what I'm going. So, but we're gonna have a good time. I'm excited, and the hotel's supposed to be real cute. So yeah.
Let's get into it.
Hop into some of these topics and things that have been burning up the interwebs. It ain't been nothing too crazy going on for real. But I think that this episode we're kind of doing today is like, I don't want to say like a mature episode, but I feel like we're really, you know, tackling some topics. We're not on here just talking about who's sleeping with who and who slapped who or whatever the case may be.
Classy today.
We're really, you know, talking about, you know, growth and realizations and things of that nature. So I don't know if you all have seen the clip kind of circulating of Shaq, who did an interview that came out, I want to say, yesterday, on the Pivot podcast, which has, you know, Channing, Fred.
And honestly, shout out to them because a lot of the conversations that they've been having have been going viral lately.
I heard they've been good. Yeah, now I ain't been watching. Right. We told y'all that last week.
Right.
But I watched this episode, and it made me want to go back and watch some of their previous episodes because it was really a good interview. I think they did a really good job of making, you know, Shaq comfortable. And he really, to me, opened up and kind of just, you know, addressed things and talked about things. And one of those things being his marriage. Yeah. And specifically, you know, his marriage to Shawnee.
With a divorce, you controlled your life forever. You can't control that.
No, I couldn't.
It's two people that involved in the divorce, bro.
Yeah, but no, I never talked about this, and I'm glad you guys are asking because I don't mind talking about that. But I was bad. She was awesome. She really was. It was all me. I was just look. We don't need to talk about what I was doing, but I wasn't protecting her and protecting those vows. So you know, sometimes when you live that double life, you get caught up in. So I'm not gonna say it was her. It was all me because she was. Look, she did exactly what she's supposed to do. Gave me beautiful kids, take care of the house, take care of corporate stuff. It was just all me. Sometimes when you make a lot of mistakes like that, you know, you can't really come back from that. But as I get older and dwell on situations, I can honestly say it was all me.
Are there things?
Who I love Shawnee.
Yes, and they announced today that Basketball Wives is coming back. I want to say yes. In May, I think, May or June. And I'm a Basketball Wives.
I'm gonna be watching.
Now, I did not see Evelyn in any of the promos, so I don't know if she's gonna be on there. Because I actually like Evelyn on the show. I don't necessarily like her as an individual, but I like her on the show because she a firecracker.
We need that sometimes.
Her and Tammy were my favorite because I knew they was gonna give me something. They was gonna get and Jackie. They gonna get the girls riled up.
Oh, Jackie is straight comedy.
And you know Jackie coming back. Jackie gonna get that check, okay? Jackie
is straight comedy.
I love it.
She's so funny.
But he was just speaking on, Shaq was just saying how he was the reason his marriage didn't work out. Like he can't fault her for anything because she did everything that she was supposed to do as far as take care of the house, raise the kids, make sure the businesses were in order. Like everything a wife was supposed to do, she did it. And he was like, he really, you know, it was him. It was his ego. It was him, you know, trying to be more than what he actually is, you know?
Yeah.
So it was just a really, really interesting take. And I wanted to kind of bring up the question where it's like, this seems to always happen. It's like where people are being in a good situation or a man might be dating a woman who treated him really well. And then 5, 6, 10 years later, he's like, dang, you know, she really was the one who got away. Or even maybe a woman, you know, as women, we might meet nice guys, and because we were so hooked on whoever
on the other guy,
we don't even really give the good, or not. I don't want to say the good, but the other guy who might be better for our life
a chance.
So why do you think that is? Is it? And I know it's probably just growth and maturity, but you know, why exactly do you think that is? Specifically, maybe even in Shaq's case.
I mean, sometimes you just don't know stuff until you know. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when you're going through your life, you think you know everything. Like, you know, sometimes when you're younger, because I know my mom used to tell me this all the time. You think you know every goddamn thing. Like, you know, sometimes you just think you know and you think you're doing the right thing. And it just takes like time to be removed and like to go through other things and to like really grow for you to like get that you were wrong.
Yeah. Agreed.
So, or even for you to just hear from their side with like new ears, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes when you in the moment, when somebody says like, oh, you're doing this to me, or like what you did hurt me, you probably can't see that at that time. But if you give it some time, you could be like, damn, like I could see how what I did probably hurt them or you know, what I did was wrong. So
that's what he was saying.
I do. What I love about the podcast, even though we said last time we weren't watching, but I do like the fact that Black men are sitting down and having tough conversations because they need to. I think it's so important for, all men, of course, but we Black, so we here for Black men.
Yeah.
And so, and Black men don't talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of us really historically, we don't communicate a lot about our pain. We think we have to be strong Black women, strong Black men, and we endure so much and we hold it all in. So, like, the fact that Black men are having conversations, whether we agree with their point of views or not, just to have other men around expressing themselves and for them to have that outlet and for them to be in a place where he could be like, nah, bro, like she did do everything. Like, it was me.
Yeah.
I think that's powerful.
I do too. I think now what I would like to see more is more younger men, because I think that, not that we're used to seeing this, but it's understandable, like for Shaq, he's 50-something years old, for him to sit back and, be like, okay, when I was 30 or whatever, I did some dumb shit. Yeah, but it's like, I feel like we can be more proactive and try to have these conversations with younger guys. So maybe then you don't have to lose your whole family to realize you had, a good situation.
I do think now with, like, obviously we have a podcast and this is kind of like the age of podcasts. I do think that when younger guys have their shows, they talk about stuff. I just think that obviously they're coming at it from a different perspective than they would, because they may have yet to get married and have kids and like experience certain things that Shaq has. So obviously their opinion on things is going to be different. But I do feel like they're trying to, like, younger Black men are trying to talk. It's just maybe the things that they're talking about. It makes it seem like they need more work. You know what I'm saying? But it's not just on them. They it's some young women who say some stupid ass shit too.
Agreed. And we gonna.
But I love it. I love it for them and for him. And he showed her the utmost respect.
Yes, he said he don't even like referring to the mother of his kids as like baby mamas. He just he don't want to call them that. He said the mother of his children, his exes, but not his baby mamas. And I think Shaq is just really like an overall, as everybody pretty much feels a good guy. We all make mistakes or we all make bad decisions, and then we grow from them. But I just thought it was interesting for him to, because there was a lot of rumors back in the day that like the reason they broke up was because that he found out she cheated on him and she caught him in the bed with like the trainer or something.
Oh yeah,
it was like a crazy wild ass story. So it was kind of, I like that he kind of came out and was like, hey, it was nothing to do with her. It was all me. She did nothing. He said, I didn't protect her. I didn't protect the vows that I made to her. And like we said, that takes a big person to like, step back and realize like I did not hold up my end of the bargain.
And I want us to, like, I know it's been a lot of talk about protecting Black women and protecting women and your daughters and everybody as a man because of will and everything. But sometimes protection just means letting people know, like, she's good. Like verbally protecting her and not like dragging her name through the mud. Because even if Shani did do something, marriage is a two-way street. He didn't go on there and be like, yeah, but I was cheating because she wasn't doing this. It's just like sometimes like you got to have accountability for you. Now, if she want to go on the podcast and talk about what she did, then fine, but you don't have to like air her business out.
There's still respect.
Yeah, like just respect her. Like, and I thought that was me. That's really the lesson that men and women we all need to learn. Respect.
Yeah.
Mutual respect.
Yeah, especially people who used to be together. I think that can,
yes,
because a lot of times these people, you see it now with, I'm not deep into it, but this whole Johnny Depp situation, where it's like it's ugly.
Child.
Like, 'cause apparently homegirl was putting him through it,
and that's so crazy because I guess I have a perception of Johnny Depp, and he don't seem weak to me. So just to know he was going through all that, I was like, ooh, child.
And maybe that's because, like, maybe he isn't. Maybe it's because his characters are always these kind of, strong leading men characters.
Yeah.
And people be acting. So maybe he really is a soft, kind of quiet spoken
True.
to himself type of individual.
But also, when you have children with somebody, like, especially, I don't think it's right for you to like drag your child's father or mother through the mud so your child can see. You know what I'm saying? Not in the public eye. Like, I think it's one thing to tell your story, like if something happened or like whatever, but you don't have to say like, oh, they were blah blah blah.
He's
and
a
they
no good
this.
dirty ass nigga.
It may even be a certain time when you need to tell your story, like when your kids already know and are old enough to, and that way they're not like bombarded with things in the media or something.
Kind of like Sheree did on like Real Housewives. You know, when she first came on there, I think her and what's his name were just going through their divorce, right? But she didn't like drag him,
tell
you know, the real tea until like seasons later, and they were all in the car, and he was like, "I ain't never hit you," and she was like,
"Wasn't it like Bob?"
Yeah, Bob.
Yeah,
and they were all in the car. Kenya, Bob, and her, and
oh my god, yes, I remember.
What's her name? What's the other Phaedra? And he was like
making some jokes.
Yeah, and he was like, I should have. If I did hit you, I should have hit you harder, so I could have knocked you out or made you not remember. He just like, and that's when you actually saw like.
She shut down.
Yeah, she started crying, and it was just, and Kenya was like the only person like, that's not funny. That's not something you joke about.
Yeah,
that's not something you poke about. Like, it was just, and that was after her kids had been, you know, were of age,
of course,
certain, you know. So
Cynthia's divorce is like within days, so it's kind of weird to have them here at the same time.
But they're doing good together. It definitely didn't work for us.
What didn't work for us?
Once we decided to split. You and I wouldn't be on a trip together like Cynthia and Peter.
After we split, we were in Las Vegas. I was driving her and she fell asleep. And I was like, yeah, it'd be easy for me to take the seatbelt off of you and hit the brakes.
He sure did.
So she can fly her ass through the window, you know. I never hit her. I don't do that.
That's not the look she just gave.
Have I ever physically touched you? Have I ever smacked you? Choked you? Have I ever choked you? For real, have I? I might have forgotten.
Yeah.
Could you still breathe?
That's not funny. Sorry. That's not
I don't
funny.
remember choking her. But if I did, I'm sorry. Because maybe I didn't choke you hard enough.
Yeah. That's important.
Next on the list, I think you sent me this post about the not talking to your significant other all day.
So yeah, there was a post that basically said, and it was a hold on, real fast. I got fast fingers. I sent her this. It was basically a tweet, and let me see. I want to say it was a girl. Yeah. No, it was Lil Durk. Okay, so he said,
"Oh my God, what happened to Bird?"
He said on April the 17th at 3:11 a.m. Okay, what he was pondering
in the studio.
He said, "If you could go a whole day without talking to your lover, that shit fake." So, what's your views?
Well, I had two questions. I was like, can you go a whole day without talking to your significant other? And then how would you feel if your significant other went a whole day without talking to you? Because I think those are two. Some people will like, you know, not talk to the other people and they, you know, not bothered by not talking to them. But if let that person not talk back to them,
then they be mad.
So
I guess it would have to depend on like the circumstances. Like if I was mad at you, even if we were mad at each other, going a whole day is kind of like,
it's extreme.
You know what I'm saying? But I know, because I was just watching this video, whatever, where this guy and this girl, they had like jobs, or they were kind of in a long distance relationship. So sometimes because of time schedules or whatever, they might not always talk during the, you know, a lot during the day, or they might miss a day talking to each other. But it was not like ooh, I'm mad at them. It's just because you know what they got going on.
Yeah.
If it was something like that, I don't really see myself getting mad. Like people do know we're not in a rom-com, right?
Yeah.
Like we're not in a movie.
Yeah.
Sometimes motherfuckers fall asleep.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
but a whole day,
a
24
whole day.
hours. Like at some point, you've been awake today. So,
like even if, like, say if you just texted me and I didn't get a phone call, and then you call me the next day and be like, I'm sorry, like I wasn't feeling good or I was sick or something. I'm really not gonna be like so mad at that because I feel like I shouldn't have to like make you call me.
Yeah.
Or I could have picked up the phone to call you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying?
I agree. But I think not like no type of nothing for a whole day.
Type of nothing for a whole day.
Especially if I reached out to you.
Yeah.
We've got issues. We've got issues because why the fuck aren't you responding?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, send me some on Instagram.
Or tell me you don't want to talk to me.
Yeah,
Let me know you ain't fucking with me at this point. Like, Cause if you don't tell me, I'm gonna think we on good terms, and I'm looking really.
I feel like we beefing.
I told my little boo, I be trying to tell him when you take too long to respond to me, I be feeling as if you trying to send a message. So I need to let me know. So
I guess
I couldn't do that. Don't go a whole day without talking to me. I don't play that shit. You can be mad at me and just if you just text me and be like, I still fucking hate your ass. Okay, that's fine. We'll try again tomorrow.
Even if you mad at me, I need to check in. Like, dip your toe in that water and see if it's still hot.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Yeah. There's no excuse either. I don't care. Let me know.
I don't care.
Let me know. I'm gonna save that one for last. Let's talk about we got our first fan email.
I just read it.
I'm gonna end on that one.
And I'm gonna let you have it.
But we got our first fan email, so we should have probably started off with this, but I did want to give a shout out to Alana Ballman. I hope I'm saying this right. She's the first person who's ever emailed us and gave us wonderful feedback that we greatly appreciated. And she kind of just gave us
Did you see I responded?
She gave us some feedback in regards to the episode we did about the NCAA decision to allow the transgender woman to swim, and it was all like just informative and just full of love, not like like she love, but just love, and it wasn't anything.
It wasn't anything negative.
Negative. And she said she loved the show, so I just want to say we appreciate you writing us, and we hope that more people send us emails and write us and just let us know about the show. Now, something I do want to talk about because we talked about it in a few weeks.
What
is Power Force? I want to talk about what I sent you about how 50 Cent want everybody to now hop up off of stars. So we can start with the season finale first because it's been a couple weeks since we talked about that. So it's been a few things that have transpired and that have happened on the show. I think the last time we talked about it, we had talked about Fake Maya getting killed. Gloria, rest in peace, but it was needed. You had to go, boo. I sure hate it, but it had to be somebody. It had to be you because you didn't do nothing for the story. But it's somebody who died on this last week episode that I wasn't prepared for.
You talking about Liliana?
Because Liliana was a soldier, man. Liliana was ride or die to the end. She was like, Tommy. And I hope Tommy find out that white bitch shot him because he gonna skin her alive. You killed Liliana in cold blood.
I hope they kill her next.
She need to
I
go.
hope she the first person to die on next season. It probably won't be because she's part of the storyline, but
she poking her chest out too much anyway. She keep telling me I'm the one who has Dahlia. I've got Dahlia. Girl, you ain't got shit.
Right.
You ain't in control of not a goddamn thing because your daddy came and batted his eyes at you and sold you this whole story and look at you.
And look at you.
Look at you.
Her and her brother are so damn dense and they are so easily manipulated by their dad. That is crazy to me. Now, what is bad is that she knew from the get-go that Tommy did not do that shit. She let her dad manipulate her and that convinced her. But that's why she checked behind it again and asked brother, Diamond's brother. And so that's what I'm saying. Like you've been working with Tommy this long. Y'all been sitting in the little G-Wagon, watching the folks pick the drugs and stuff up. you know damn well he used to fuck that girl.
Exactly.
So you know he did not like have any beef.
And you see how he acted.
Yes,
like how he acts about women.
So that's why I'm just like, she's so dumb. But she also just like their dad has created like little monsters because they both want power and they both want to be in charge, but they're not in charge of nothing.
And they're not mature enough. Like they're not emotionally, because the brother, he was so to his own detriment, was so stuck up Gloria ass that he got her killed.
He was stuck up Gloria ass, but he was stupid. See, like when the guy, his dad's, I guess that basically his uncle came to him and said, "Oh well, Tommy came to see your dad about taking over the business." That made him think that his dad was going to give the business to Tommy and not him. And that
was all manipulation.
That was manipulation. The dad did have a hit out on him and on her rather. But then the guy said that, "Oh, I never even did that because I know you didn't want to do that." Like the son is just slow. He doesn't take time to think. He just acts on impulse.
Yeah.
And that's not real good traits of a good boss anyway. Like you really need to think stuff through.
And now they done teamed up. You got Dumber and Dumber. About to get shot up.
Child.
They done killed Lily.
I do love how it's all coming full circle and like all the other powers are kind of like catching up to it and like the police and all that stuff. That Hispanic girl at the end, somebody should have been killed too. I wish what's his name? Dre. He should have killed her.
Yeah.
On the season when Ghost died.
Yeah.
She should have died then because she gonna be the one who connect Tommy.
Oh yeah,
to all the other stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna definitely be a crossover again where I feel like Tariq and Tommy gonna have another run in because they trying to dot their I's and cross their T's.
Oh yeah,
but the brother.
Child. First of all, let's talk about Diamond being so fine.
Hey Diamond.
I followed him on Instagram.
I do too.
I need that.
He on vacation right now. Hey boo, you take me next time.
Boo. He's so fine. I don't even what he did. I don't even remember. He's so fine.
He can't do no wrong in my eyes.
First of all, let's talk about this. When a man say, "Come on, baby, let's go."
Oh no, cause she was on that bullshit. She like, "What you finna do, bitch? He got a gun in his hand."
Okay, I know you a journalist, but you know who
she was
he
acting
is.
so dense. She was acting so dense.
Who he is? She knows that he a drug dealer. She know everything about him. That's why she was about to write the damn story. If he say, "Get your shit, let's go." Get your shit, let's go.
This nigga pulled the gun out the drawer. She talking about.
She said, "What are you gonna do with that?
What are you gonna do with that? Bitch, kill somebody. Now get your shit and go."
You know what had me weak? When they got in the car after they had walked in there or whatever, and they was getting ready to drive off. She was like, "What would you have done if I wasn't here?"
And he was like, "What you would have thought? What you think? Bitch, you with a killer and you don't want to be with a killer."
That right there, he need to break up with her.
Yes, she ain't a
I
rider.
want to send her back to the New York Times.
As soon as push come to shove, she gonna throw your ass under the bus and you gonna be right back in jail.
And why they be having her dressed with them button-up shirts?
She should just be dressed in business casual
like
all the
that.
time. Who dressed in business casual to see that nigga? You ain't got no sexy dress on.
They need to get her some cute little blouses
or something. Some Savage Fenty lingerie. You can't be in the house cooking or something.
Even if,
anything but them button-ups and
suit pants. It be button up all the way. You ain't even giving a little nothing. Going to see your drug nigga?
She ain't.
Girl.
And then why they always at the barbershop? That's another. They ain't been in the bed since 91. They always at the barbershop. Why y'all ain't at home?
Ain't never no customers.
Let's unpack that because
I ain't seen him cut. He probably cut somebody here
50,
one time.
50. This supposed to be a believable
50
storyline, and the man's supposed to be doing better for himself. But he always in the barbershop, but ain't nobody ever getting their hair cut.
Ain't nobody.
It's only drug activity. No wonder the policeman found him. So, because we didn't forgot about the police who owe the other police all that money.
Oh, he's stupid as hell. I ain't even worried about him.
First of all,
why the fuck would you even admit that
or
you're
deposit
working
that
with him?
shit in your account? I'll never understand that. I'll never understand why people get these illegal ass funds and deposit it into their regular ass account.
No, but literally when the man approached him in the parking lot, he was like, "Yeah, I know you're working for it, whatever." He should have been like, "What are you talking
Me
about?"
speaking no English.
Yeah, like why would he be like, "Oh yeah, Get, and you police
He
officer?
was
You stupid.
He gonna be the next one to die.
Yep, I hope so.
They gonna shoot his ass up.
You're dumb.
But the brother, fake as fuck.
Oh,
How
very
you gonna
much
do
so.
your own, bro? He said, "I don't give a fuck about Diamond. Fuck that nigga." Damn. And that's your brother.
What the white man said? Your own brother.
I don't care about this shite. What did he say? I don't give a care about this shite.
Fucking picture. Your own brother.
Okay, accent.
He said, "Oh, you tell me your own brother."
Even the niggas in the crew was like, "Oh, you set Diamond up."
Set Diamond up. He said, "Do what I said, nigga." Bruh.
They gonna eat his ass alive for that shit in the hood. Diamond talking about some. You take everything up the street. I take everything down the street. That's Diamond. That's gonna be Diamond downfall right there.
He should have killed that.
He should have killed that. When that nigga said "fuck Diamond," don't nobody give a fuck. And the way he said that shit, that meant he sent people to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why that other nigga got killed.
What's right? Your homeboy now. And what's funny to me is they up there talking loud. Now you know Diamond about to come to work.
That's why y'all hear the creaks in the floorboards. That barbershop ain't new.
You know Diamond about to walk in to work at any time. As soon as he walked out, he had like he had saw a ghost.
He talking some. Oh,
I ain't know you was up here.
Be your own kin.
Be your own kin now. But anyways, 50 Cent, he wants us to boycott Power because apparently it's going to be 6 more months.
6 months
he wants us to boycott Stars.
Yeah.
And to delete the Stars app because it's going to be 6 more months until Power comes back on TV.
So one of his shows is back on the air. Yeah.
I think, like we were talking about earlier, I think that they're trying to give P Valley their like shine. Yeah. You know, and then I kind of don't blame them for that, but I do see what he's saying because 6 months does feel like a long time.
But he's also had shows on probably for consistently 6 months.
Oh yeah,
because you got to think we went from. Let me get my chronological order correct. We went from he had BMF. BMF dropped their Kanan. We had Kanan, then BMF, then Power, Ghost, Book 2, and now we done had Force.
Yeah.
So we consistently since like damn near almost last year.
Are the other shows even like ready?
Yeah, I want to say Kanan season 2 has been filmed.
Okay.
I know they filming Power now.
Yeah.
BMF, they're filming now. I think they're filming now.
Okay.
And then obviously Tommy just finished, so they haven't started filming yet. But
okay.
I'm sure the reason why he's saying this is because he has episodes ready to put out. But I'm not boycotting because I'm about to be down in the valley where the girls get naked. I know everybody else. I'm just saying, we've been waiting too damn long.
I've been waiting on Chuck and Lisa.
Look,
I'm actually going.
Look, I'm like, I be looking up. I'm like, well, look, where the Pink at? I'm trying to go.
It's coming out
to see
June 3rd.
Uncle Clifford because I'm just
June 3rd.
I'm trying to get a little murder. Just a little murder, I'm just trying to,
Yeah.
So we won't be boycotting.
I'm sorry.
I hate that for you, but I mean, he can't be mad at that when he's consistently holds down the network for a long amount of time anyway. It's other shows on Stars.
Honest, besides everything like that 50 is doing with Power and all those franchises, I don't watch Stars a whole lot outside of that. I will watch Stars Black or something depending on like what movies that they're showing sometimes. But
I think they have some other shows. I don't watch them. I don't subscribe to them. But I'm not gonna cancel my Stars.
Some of the other shows boring.
It is, but I don't think they're for us.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, I won't be canceling. So sorry to that man.
Not the app. We don't pay for the app because we have to have it through our cable.
Yeah, that's how I use my mom. I use my mama's because she got cable. That's right. How it was. That's that.
Yeah.
So I guess we can go ahead and move to this. because people have been asking me about this.
Oh,
so I
Lord.
want to go ahead.
A part 2.
I want to go ahead and give a little update, a little, fill y'all in. So remember I told y'all last week that I was gonna try the honey packs, the little gas station honey that's the male enhancement. I tried it.
How was that?
So I'm gonna say pros and cons. I'm gonna leave with the pros and then I'm gonna say the cons.
Okay.
The pros is I do think it works. I do think I can sit here and say like it does work. Now, as far as the effects of how it works, I think it depends on the man, and I think it depends on the way you take it. So the guy that I see, he doesn't drink or anything. So I know a lot of the guys usually when they take the honey, they also are drinking with it, which you mix that with the alcohol, which probably creates a real deadly combination. Which I can imagine in my head, like, okay, if he was probably drunk, I probably would have experienced that, like, oh my God, this nigga tried to kill me type thing. But where I do say, I guess, like on the sober mind, it made him very more like, and I don't want this to sound weird, but like predatory. Not like predator, like kids, but like predator
Like
with
he
prey.
wanted it.
Like, yeah, like I want you, like I want you.
So
like,
he was horny.
yeah, very like but aggressive about it. Not like but it's just like how you when
We
your
definitely
nigga,
about to do it.
yeah, you're like I'm like I want it now.
Yeah.
Draws. Oh, why you still got clothes on?
Yeah.
Type thing.
I got you.
I think that if you want your guy to be more like maybe he's not aggressive like you like if you want more like you want him to show like outwardly show you that he wants it,
Slip a little bit of that.
yeah, give him a little honey or even now the stamina thing.
What's the stamina thing? Those pills?
No, the honey pack and the stamina. Hey, I'm just saying, like, not that I was with no Roger Rabbit, Jack Rabbit, where it was real quick and everything before, but that honey pack definitely it was an experience. Like, it wasn't just like, not that it'd be over quick, but again, it was like it was aggressive, but it was like I want to take my time in this aggression. It's hard. I'm trying to be PG-13.
This is going on YouTube, guys.
But yeah, it was just like he wanted me, but he also didn't want it to end. So it was just like it was pleasant. And like I think you kind of mentioned, it was definitely a round thing too. So it's like even if he did finish, it was like he finished, but we was right back again. So
I got you.
I recommend. I mean, it's an easy little $5 if you want to have a nice little time.
Across the board,
get your little $5 and go get you some. I recommend it, and I think that definitely, if you take this shit with liquor, I definitely think you be on some Hulk shit. I definitely think the nigga would be on some Hulk shit. But I liked it. I had a great experience. I definitely recommend it. And yeah, I like it.
I don't know if we were going to talk about this today or not, but the G and Casey comment.
Yes. I forgot to write that on my.
So I don't know if everybody saw it in the shade room because they were kind of like turned into a joke.
Yeah.
But Gia and DJ Envy from the Breakfast Club, him and his wife,
it's DJ Envy, Charlamagne.
Charlotte McGee,
and this is the Breakfast Club.
But basically,
DJ Envy, Angela Gee, and Saleh May. My God, let me read that part. God damn, girl, y'all got some names on that one. What up? You already know who it is. It's me, Webby the Tree. I found Young Savage, Sweet Jones Jr. Doing what I do, and I'm doing it with my girl, DJ Envy, Angela Yee. Damn. Hold up. DJ Envy, Angela Yee, and Charlotte McGay.
But basically, they had they have a book coming out about their marriage, and she had a little clip where she was saying for a while in their marriage, she used to fake her orgasms. And now Albany sent me the lip service interview she had with Angela Yee and all the other ladies. I love that show too. But basically, she said that it wasn't so much because like she couldn't. It was sort of about like if she didn't, she wanted to still like please him by saying that she had come and make sure, just make him feel like he had done
climax, stroking his ego,
making him feel like he did the right things and like make your man feel good, and in turn, like him being happy made her happy. And so, basically, in the argument over something small, she kind of like blurted it out. Well, like you don't even
make me come.
Yeah.
I've never came at all. And they had been married for, I think, over a decade at that point.
She said that was like 11 years ago.
Yeah, and she said they've been together 27 years.
So, because we were having sex for years, and I was faking like all of my orgasms, all of the internal ones through intercourse. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I was, and you were like, he was feeling good.
Absolutely.
So you were doing the
theatrics and everything. What? It was a whole performance.
Wow.
Well, let me ask you: was it because you weren't? Was it because you guys were going through things during that time in your relationship, and you were not mentally?
No, that's not the reason why. We talk about it in great detail in the book. From my perspective and from his perspective. Oh, wow. But it was my fault. It wasn't his fault. As women, as girls, we're raised to think that women are like playthings for men. We are here for the pleasing
for their pleasure
of men. And we're taught that subconsciously when you think about it. Billboards, beautiful women advertising everything, sexy cars with a sexy woman draped across the hood. Even now, Instagram, just everything is built on the back of sex and sexuality and anything relating to sex. And we're kind of programmed that way when you think about it. So when I started...
I just wanted to know like what you thought about that. Because I know there are a lot of women out there who struggle with like coming every time. And I guess it's more, the body is difficult or, what's the right word for it?
I mean, every woman is different anyway. So, and I think the statistic is that only like 30% of women even have a climax or a orgasm from like penetration.
Yeah.
So, and that's just science apparently. So I will say that I definitely agree. And she even said like in the lip service interview that she was wrong for saying it in the way that she did.
Right.
And using it as a weapon in the argument. But I think that this is probably more common than not because a lot of people are afraid or ashamed or they don't want to tell someone how to please them.
Right.
Because, and she even said, and me and you talked about this, about how like specifically women, nobody really talks to us about like sex. I don't know what men conversations are, but like nobody teaches us about being sexual beings and how to be pleased and what you should want when you do eventually have sex, when you do end up getting married. Nobody really tells you about these things. So a lot of times us as women, we go into thinking that sex is really more for the man than it is for us as women. So we end up
I think when they talk to us about it, it's more of like preventative. Like, don't get pregnant and don't do this. And you can't be promiscuous. And people are going to think this about you. So like sex sometimes, depending on how it's introduced to you or taught to you, like it can be this like bad thing. You don't necessarily look at it as something that you do for pleasure or like something or a way that you and your partner can like connect.
Love.
So I think once you get older and you realize that, like sex isn't this like huge burden. Or like caution, don't have sex. Then you have to like get out of your head and unlearn like those things.
And you have to just be open-minded in general because like we said, if only 30% of women are gonna have a climax from penetration, then that means that other 70%, you got to figure out something because I need to, there has to be some type of, so maybe that is oral, or maybe that some women have orgasms from their nipples being played with and touched. Like that's when you and your partner have to learn how to explore and be comfortable enough to explore and talk to each other and communicate and try to figure out what's the new things y'all can try and do. So her actual, like, the whole lip service interview she did was actually just really intriguing, because when you kind of hear about her and DJ Envy's story, because they have been together for so long, since they were kids, basically teenagers.
I think she said they were 16. Or they were 15 when they got together. They were 16 the year like they both like had sex. So they basically, like, she said she lost her virginity to him.
Exactly.
And basically he did too.
So it's just kind of interesting to kind of hear her perspective on things, even when, like, she was talking about how he was unfaithful, and how she kind of took part of the blame for that, because she said she had told him, you don't make me come, you don't make me climax, and how she felt like that played a part in his ego in going out there to, I guess, pursue other women in that way. It's just very, very interesting. And I was even telling Jessica, to me it came across a little toxic, but also I've never been married, and I've never been with nobody that long to see that type of, like, transition and growth in between. Because I mean, meeting somebody when you 16 and now being in your 40s, that's a long
they have
time.
What, 6 kids?
That's a long
lot
time.
of up and down too. I think the older I get, because I will be 29 on the 26th. But I think the older that I get, the less and less I judge people for the things that they do. And that's why, to me, when she said it, I just understood like what she meant. You know what I'm saying? Because even though somebody may have did you wrong, and I'm not saying that just because you've been with somebody a long time that they get a reason or it's an excuse to stay with them. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, like, in society, other women will be like, oh, you need to break up with him. But it's like, do you really want to unpack your whole, like, marriage and, like, where you're comfortable and your kids and your, like, sometimes it's not always just about you when you have all these other, like, things on you and your spouse's shoulders.
Agreed.
And so for them to have been together, like, for that long, since they were teenagers, they are literally not the same person when they met. You know what I'm saying? They're not the same people when they met. They've grown up, they've changed, they've matured. And so, like, I'm sure the things they like and dislike have changed. Like, so you just making all these mistakes with one person, and that one person getting all the good and the bad on both ends. So I think out loud, when you hear all their mistakes, it sounds toxic, but I don't think that it necessarily is. They just have so much history.
They grew up together. They really grew up,
like, literally. So whereas with most people, they make a lot of those mistakes in and out of relationships, or like, oh, with my last girl, I did this and it was me who was wrong, but I learned from that. They just going through all that together.
So I have a question. Do you think that a person who, maybe, like, for instance, one of them was very experienced in dating and relationships, and then the other wasn't, do you think that would have made it easier, or still had its own problems? Because yes, I'm sure dating since you were 16 has its perks, but then it also, like you said, it has, well, you didn't say it was a downfall, but it does have its downsides, where you are literally with this person, like, and we're growing and changing, good, bad, and ugly, because we've known each other. So it's like, it's having that history sometimes a hindrance instead of, like, helping, because y'all know each other.
Well, I guess it would have to depend on the couple. Like, for them, they've moved past all their issues or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It was nothing that they did to one another that was unforgivable, because they still together. As far as you know what I'm saying? So if they've been going through therapy and if they good, then sure. But for other people, the straw that break the camel's back might be different. So I don't know. I guess it just depends on the couple, because it's people that go through far less that break up and get divorced and hate each other's guts. You know what I'm saying? So I think they just have something,
everybody's relationship is different. Everybody's boundaries, everybody's non-negotiable. Some people say cheating isn't a non-negotiable for them. You know, some people say, hey, if you like another bitch picture, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. So
I think, I don't know, we need to give people the space to like define, just like people want to define their own gender, their race sometimes, whatever. I don't know why when it comes to other people's terms of their relationship, we get up in arms.
Yeah.
As for their house, they doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you and your man find out what make you happy. Because a lot of times the very people who we're like criticizing about how they are in their relationship, they good. They good.
Yeah, wow. Meanwhile, y'all at home
arguing.
You can't stand the nigga you sleep to at night.
So, like, I think you need, just like that couple who just got married and they spent $500 on their wedding.
Oh yeah, she bought her dollars for $47 off Shein.
Her wedding dress. So, like, for some people, they're like, "Oh, that's so cheap. Why would you do that? This gonna be a day."
They get married for the love.
But it's their wedding. Yeah. If you're if it's not your wedding. Like, let them do them.
True, I agree.
I don't know. I just feel like you should let people like handle their stuff how they want to handle it.
And speaking of letting people handle their stuff the way they want to handle it, I want to take this time to just, get some things off my chest.
I do want to rant, y'all.
I do want to rant, but it's not a bad rant. Like, to me, it's a productive rant for not only you all but us, because you are growing with us and we are growing with you. And
it's very poetic.
Thank you. I appreciate the certain individuals who believe in us and they believe in the dream and they are supporting the dream even when the dream was this damn small. We appreciate that. But there are certain things that we are just not going to be doing right now because it doesn't make sense. What's the saying? If it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense. Like, that's where we are right now. So it's not that we don't want to give y'all a t-shirt or we don't want to throw an event for y'all to come to, or we don't want to do different things, but all of that costs money. And even though me and Jessica are both eternally blessed throughout life,
amen,
neither one of us are Jeff Bezos or half a mile close to that as of right now. So we just sometimes, especially when it's a constant thing. Like, if I tell you that we're not gonna have a t-shirt, then you ain't gotta ask me. Well, as soon as we get a t-shirt, I promise y'all gonna be the first to know. Or as soon as we do something, y'all will know. But right now, it's not coming. But there are things that y'all can do to help us get to that point. Like, watch our YouTube videos. That's free. You go in there, you click it.
Share it.
That's it. Share it. Shoot, post it on your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter, your TikTok, whatever. I put it out there, but that could help us help you help us. So you can get what you want if you help us get what we want, which is more followers, more people listening, spreading the message of Black Bougie about it throughout the world.
I think we're kind of like because we have been around for a while. We've been working in our podcast for a while, and we're still growing, obviously. And we're thankful for growth.
Yes.
Amen. But I think I want to say it's annoying. It's kind of like people expect certain things out of us now because they see that from other podcasts or from other groups or whatever, whomever. And so because we haven't done it, everybody's, dang, y'all should do this. But right now, I would say for us, it doesn't make sense to do merch right now because we're looking for a certain amount of likes. We're looking at our analytics and we want to make profit. And we just want to, right. And we want to do things like Omni said that make sense. So to us right now, sometimes our engagement gets slow, or we have episodes that do really, really well. And then we have some that don't do good. You know what I'm saying? So when we see some consistency and then when we start making some money, then we can do things like that.
And there's this thing called quality over quantity. And that's something that I pride myself on for our podcast is that we want to give y'all quality work. We want to give you quality episodes. We want to give you quality topics. So I'm not trying to put together no little Rudy Poo rinky dink $10 t-shirt to sell to y'all.
Right. But just
say Black Bougie and Bout It. Like when we make something for you all to spend your hard-earned money, because we coming from the place that y'all, we buy stuff just like everybody else. So when we make something and we do something, we want it to make sense. One, we want it to be there to be a demand for it, and then we want y'all to also like appreciate it more. I feel like, yes, we love all 23, maybe 24 now YouTube subscribers, but the likelihood of all 24 of them buying a shirt probably slim, and it's not to say that that's what we're doing it for, but it's like if we're gonna invest more than just our time and our energy and more than the money that we've already invested, it has to make sense for us, because not only is this something that we are passionate about and it's a passion project, but this also is something that we want to make into a business for us, so that we can hire other people and expand other people's horizons and build.
And ultimately so that we can do things that we talk about here on this podcast, because we're both very passionate about doing things in our community and doing things to help others and to talk to Black women and children and all kinds of stuff. But ultimately it takes money and time to do those things. So I would say, if anything, it's not really a rant. It's just like a work with us.
And it's like, do what you can now. Like my thing is like, help us now. We appreciate the we see the likes, and we appreciate just like the email. Like that's something that really brightened me and Jessica's day when we saw it. It's like,
even though she didn't even agree with me, you know what I'm saying, I'm not offended. Like that's why I put on there. Next time comment, I would have loved for her to comment and like get a conversation going. In the comments or anything. I'm never offended. Like, child, I'm not offended by anything like that. I know we're gonna all have different opinions on some of these topics, and we welcome that. And so, just talk to us.
That's what we are encouraging now. Is like just engagement. Like even if we've said this before, if you hate the topic or the episode that we did, tell us like, oh, we hate when y'all talk about this. We don't want to hear that. That's like cool. What do you want to hear? Like, I think that
ain't nobody over here. Well, not me. I can't speak. Ain't nobody over here no crybaby ass girl.
I mean, I'll cry on here, but I still talk about it. I'm gonna talk about it. I ain't scared, and I ain't never been scared. I talk through the tears now, but I ain't scared. I ain't. This is. I'm just
gonna read it, and then I'm gonna text Ivan and be like, "Oh, you saw what they said."
If it's too bad, I'll cry. Now, if it's just something like regular, I'm not gonna cry. But if it's somebody like going in. I'm probably gonna cry.
I'm gonna be like, oh, they took the time to write it.
No, like if they like, man, you two dirty bum bitches, y'all, I don't know. Like I'm gonna be like, dang, like
dang, they took the time to write all those
we
words.
Some dirty bum bitches, god
dirty
dang.
Bitches. Okay, thank you for writing that.
I'm be a little hurt. I might not cry, but I'm definitely gonna be like, damn, is this what people go through? I think honestly, the first hate comment we get, I'm probably gonna be like shocked, only because I'm like, damn, we must be doing something right. Because they say you only get hate when you're doing something right.
I'm gonna be happy.
So I'm probably gonna be like, damn, we must be on the way up. We got haters, public haters in that. It's one thing for your haters to be closeted, but you really gotta be doing something right for your haters to be public. I'm just saying that's a message for somebody. You might miss it, might go over your head.
Rewind it. That's all I got.
I was gonna say, I think like it really, of course, people are still talking about this Will Smith shit. I'm not talking about this no more. We're not talking. I could care less if the man make 10 more movies, 15 movies, no movies. And there isn't really much else been like. It's really. They lifted the mask mandates on the planes and everything, and everybody's happy. But if I hop my ass on the plane, I'm gonna have on a mask.
I'm gonna have my mask.
I'm gonna have on a mask because you don't know where these motherfuckers is coming from. And in every other country, they still wear masks in some way, shape, or form. So I'm not about to be out here Woody Pooting it up with y'all. Because I done had the shit twice. I keep trying to tell y'all I'm not going for a third time.
Well, I get, what's it called? To know if you've had it.
The antibodies or whatever.
Unless I have had the antibody test, I guess I wouldn't know that I've had it or not.
Yeah, no, I think that's the only way.
As far as I know, I've never had it. But I'm still gonna have my mask on if I was on the plane. Duh.
Yeah, because you don't know where the hell these people coming from. This person could be coming from hell where COVID originated, goddamn, and they sitting next to you on the damn plane.
And not only that, you're so close. Yeah. Depending on where you're sitting, you're so close, and then I don't know. To me,
you be on that.
I feel like we should have been wearing masks on the plane.
I was just thinking
a long time ago.
The whole damn time.
I mean, just because, like, I don't know, but that's just me. I don't know. The way Naomi Campbell was on her YouTube channel before COVID happened,
or Michael Jackson shit. Michael Jackson used to be walking around with the mask on.
Well, yeah, that's because he was covering up his nose. But when Naomi, when Naomi literally go to her YouTube channel, she has a video on there that happened before COVID where she got on the plane. She was like
the jet seat out.
And she literally had a cover. She would wipe the seat off, and she had a seat cover to sit on. Mm-hmm. And then she had she would wipe her tray off, and then she had a cover to go over the tray. Like, I totally get it. Mm-hmm. I totally get it. And they probably have cleaned the planes more now since COVID than they ever did before, because I'm sure they weren't doing a whole lot before.
Yeah, but then how clean is stuff really getting when everybody's saying they ain't got no staff?
No, you know what?
Because, for a long time, they was like, we need flight attendants. We need da-da-da. They was like, they didn't have nobody. Like, shoot, hell, a couple months ago, one of them baggage claims was tore up the shit when the Omicron was running wild. Almost everybody from the TSA was gone, and everybody's luggage was just out there.
Wow.
Well, and they was pulling the Beyonce. You can get your luggage. You can get your luggage. They can mail you your luggage.
You want to go home or you want your bag?
That's exactly what they was saying to the people at the airport. Do you want your bags or do you want to go home? Because we got staff to get you home, or we can get you staff to get your bags. Which one do you want?
That's just like I was watching Aaliyah's face on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
That's our girl. And she was coming from somewhere and they lost her luggage and then sent it back to her, and they had literally cut the luggage open. So they, instead of unzipping it, they already like throw the luggage around, but they literally like cut through the fabric to see what was in there. And so she had to like file a claim with them or something. And she never said what happened, but I was like, oh, I bet that be happening to so many people. Because now more than ever, I hear more about people losing their luggage. Yeah.
That's one of the biggest things I do worry about when I travel on a plane is like, is my shit gonna make it with me?
But that's why a lot of the girls, they only take their carry-on.
They only do carry-on, baby. They be packing. When I be seeing them girls, I be like, you pick 15 outfits in a carry-on.
They rolling it up. They get it in them shin bags.
They be vacuum sealing, sucking the air out. They got all types of contractions.
And you know what? I can't blame them.
Because
I can't blame them because
they be losing expensive ass luggage. Expensive ass luggage.
Yes.
And that's why some people say don't spend all that money on their damn luggage because they ain't gonna do nothing but throw your shit around.
They gonna do nothing but throw it around.
Throw your shit around, now, go through your shit.
Yeah, luggage that you check, I would I ain't gonna say I would get it from Walmart because it'd be high there too, but I definitely wouldn't like care. Yeah. I would get something that's very durable. But I wouldn't care. I wouldn't be invested because it's gonna get scratched up.
Yeah, it's gonna get towed the fuck up. I remember when I went out to Cali and I had went shopping out there, so I needed to buy a bigger luggage. I bought a bigger suitcase. On the first flight back, my shit came back, had black skid marks all over it.
Yeah,
all over it. So these people don't care about your shit. So
they just throw it around. Like I have been where I watched them throw my stuff up there. So I mean, that's
why a lot of people are now getting the little towels or the air tags and are putting it in their luggage because they'll say they lost your luggage and somebody took that shit.
You better get you one. But that's why also mine be locked.
That too.
Yeah, that too. Mine be locked, so they had to break that if they do it. All right, y'all. We hope y'all have a blessed.
Yes.
This should be out on Friday.
Yeah, we'll be.
So we'll see you tomorrow, Shay. If you're watching this, make sure
I don't know how to skate though.
I can't skate either, but we're gonna see. It's gonna do what it do.
What's that TikTok? Where that man be fake skating?
Make sure you follow us on Twitter and on Instagram at _BPC.
Yes.
You can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at Jessie JESSI _Monique MONIQUE 2 E's on Twitter.
And then you can follow me on Instagram at @TheRealAubanyAyana, and then _Albany Ayana _ on Twitter. And yeah, we appreciate y'all so
Thank
much.
you for watching.
We love y'all.
Stay tuned because we got a lot of great things.
Yes, some things in the works.
Soon, honey.
Yes.
And
Still kick it with them
Bye.
bitches. I'm the only reason that your goofy ass got bitches. All them hoes wanna look like me. Bitch, most likely. Only fucking you just to spite me. But please don't get it twisted. I ain't tripping. I never put my faith in it.